welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Mrs. Freckles, and if you're returning, welcome back. I'm so grateful to have all of you here today. I hope you all having a wonderful, wonderful day. So let's get right into the video. I'm about to tell you how I was able to lose 60 pounds in 6 months. 6 months. Man, if you see me look to the left, it's because I'm reading over my notes because I want to make sure I give you all the sauce, all the juice, all the extras, all the little nuggets, because I want you all to thrive or have the ability to succeed. So first thing first, there were 4 factors that contributed to me losing this weight. Number 1, faith. I prayed a lot. When I say a lot, prayed a lot because I needed the Lord to order my steps to make sure I wasn't doing this by myself, because that's where I failed. Number 2 was diet. Diet is 80%. I know you've heard it. 80% of the process. 80%. Number 3, exercise. You got to remember that 20% too. And lastly, which everyone knows is the icing on the cake, consistency. You got to be consistent, otherwise you're gonna fail. If you just kind of try new things here and there, it's great. Find what works for you and then be consistent at it. So getting into breaking down those things, let's start all the way back. Little Miss Freckles. When I was a kid, I always struggled with feeling like I was overweight and feeling like I needed to lose weight. So this is not new. It's not something we just now starting to do. This is when I was a kid. I would have issues just thinking I was overweight, and looking back, I'm like, boy, do I wish I could be that size now. But anyways, I was always a little bit bigger than most kids, simply because, one, I'm taller. I am 5'9", as well as I just, I'm that made of those big bone genes. So I was never going to be a small, thin person anyways. But that also created insecurities in me. I was insecure because I felt like I wasn't fitting into what was considered normal for my age group. So that's that. So then, one of the things I had to think about was my reason, my motivation of why I wanted to lose the weight. First things first, I had some things coming up, and I had a relative who was getting ready to get married, and I was going to be in the wedding, and I was not okay with being the big girl. I was not okay with being the biggest girl in the wedding. So that was how it started. However, through the process, I have truly loved the journey, creating recipes. I have literally learned to love the gym and researching ways to sculpt my body and my figure to look the way I wanted. Because yes, for a minute, I considered hopping on the BBL train, but lots of things contributed to why that was not going to happen. But for a smidgen of a second, it was a thought that definitely crossed my mind. And so I also eventually wanted to expand my family, and I'm like, I want to be in my best health, because once you're in your 30s, things change. You're not the same as in your 20s or even in your teens, and so you got to take that into consideration so that you're giving yourself and that baby the best fighting chance. So I definitely wanted to get into optimal health so that when I'm ready to finally add an addition to our family, I'm good. I'm giving my body the best chance to have a healthy baby, and as well as have a healthy delivery. Now, as I mentioned, over my time, my why changed. It changed because I began to love the process, the journey. I love to look in the mirror and see that transformation. And then it also was like a proud moment, because it's like, wow, yes, it took a lot of work. Yes, it took a lot of dedication, but here I am, and I'm grateful. I'm not done. We just starting. However, it's such a great experience. I no longer, I would always have this back pain that would make me hunch over because I almost feel like I needed to stretch. But I don't have that. I don't have that waking up anymore. My knees, I do have a knee, arthritis in the sense in my knee, but it's not as bad. I'm going up the stairs in our home a lot faster. It's just amazing. And then I also, through the process, wanted to be able to help other people. Help other people who felt like I did in the beginning, who were like feeling like plastic surgery was potentially an option, or do you need to consider weight loss, or am I just gonna have to accept being this size and potentially having the pre-diabetes, the hypertension, because hypertension, because I had all of those things. I'm going on a doctor's visit soon to check and make sure that we cleared out, but for the most part, I believe, and I'm pretty sure that we do not have any more pre-diabetes. There is no more hypertension, which is amazing. Thank you, Lord. So through the process, I wanted to lose weight, lose fat, but also build muscle, because it was important to keep my curves. As a woman, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just going to be turned into this straight, flat pancake, and I did. I was able to build so much muscles. I'm definitely going to insert a photo here so that you can see the transformation and just the ability to build muscles. It was important to get stronger, because a lot of times I have weak arms, so I needed to build up my arms. Legs strong as I don't know what, but arms weak, super duper duper weak. And then, just like I said, to create this physique that I liked the way it looked. I wanted to feel good in my clothes. I wanted to like what I see in the mirror, and I wanted to look great for my husband. And so, as I mentioned, prayer for me through this process has been key. I'm a faith woman, and so it was important for me to incorporate God, because that's something I didn't do. I didn't do that in any other my other journeys. I just tried to do it and research and felt like I had it. But that's what makes this time different, because I prayed about it and I said, Lord, please order my steps. Show me how to do this. Show me which way to go, Lord. Bless me to be consistent. Bless me to have the motivation. Let me be inspired. I'm not going to say I didn't have any moments where I was uninspired or felt defeated. However, prayers helped keep me going. Then, because of the diet, I was definitely in a calorie deficit. I counted my calories. I still do that now. And I figured out I looked for calculators to figure out how much of a deficit I needed to be in, and exactly how many calories. And I try to stick to that. There's days that I go a little over and there's days that I go a little bit under, but it all balances each other out. So that's the great part. If you definitely want to hear a video more about how I determine my calorie deficit, please leave me a comment below. I'll let you know. If you would like me to help you do that, let me down below as well. Then also, I wanted to go with high protein, because as I mentioned, I wanted to build muscle, and everyone knows having a high protein amount is what helps build muscle. Helps fuel your muscles to grow. And then another thing I did is exercise. I targeted the areas that I wanted to help transform my physique. For me, lower body was very important in the beginning, so that's where I started at. I did a lot of like glute exercises, that was my main focus, and strengthening my legs. I also did cardio, not as much, because I'm mostly weight training. I do also go into the sauna now, because I'm all about the elasticity. I'm trying to reduce as much loose skin as possible during this process. Incorporate collagen supplements in like protein powders to help get that extra protein. I also have, as I mentioned, collagen. I do like greens type of mixing, so that I'm making sure I'm getting in all my greens for the day. I take regular vitamins, multivitamin, vitamin C, pre and probiotics, all of those to help make sure your gut is healthy, because during the process you'll see transformation as far as like how your tummy is, and you'll notice, to help balance all those things out and the change in your diet, the pre and probiotic is awesome. If you would like to know like the one that I use, please let me know down below as well. And then also intermittent fasting. That was one of the things I started with, because it helped me be able to control my window of eating. Instead of eating all day, I could be able to eat during this period of time. And I started out with the, 1410. That's how it started. And then I noticed as it started to be able to, that became a little easier. I reduced it down to the 16:8, which is what I'm on now, which is amazing. That 8-hour window is perfect. I don't need any more than that. I feel energized in the morning, not starving. But it definitely is a process in the beginning. You have to learn to train yourself, but you know, you push through. Anything that you really want, you can push through. So intermittent fasting is awesome. And then I exercise anywhere between, it's mostly 4 days a week. I'm trying to incorporate a little more because I want to get a little more stronger, get more endurance. So now I'm trying to push it up to 5 days a week, but mostly I started out at 3. 3 was the goal. I just wanted to get myself used to going into the gym. That was number 1. And then after that, then I started building up and strengthening my muscles and what you call progressive overload, which is increasing the weight over time in order to get your muscle, build more muscle. And then for me, I research. YouTube is my best friend. I research so much because I'm always trying to learn new things. Life constantly changes. As you figured out and mastered one thing, you move on to the next thing so that you can eventually get to mastering that. You know, I'm all about learning information so that I can share it. I definitely want to share it and help others because people can never learn and know too much. You're always learning, whether you're young or older, and I believe in researching and getting more information so that I can help you, anybody around. And so what I'm here to say is that 6 months is going to come, whether you start your journey or not. You might as well get on that journey so that you can look back and be like, wow, I did it, and just have a sense of accomplishment and to do something that you were struggling with. Weight is a struggle. Weight has always been a struggle for me. I have flip-flopped so much. However, this year was different. It was important for me to finally do it. When you recognize and your doctors is telling you that there are things going on, you got health issues, and you like, wow, I never wanted to be the person on medicine. I don't want to be on high blood pressure medicine. I'm a little hard-headed when it comes to some of that stuff, but I didn't want to be on high blood pressure medicine. It runs in my family. I don't want that to be my story. And it was important to me to fix that. It was important to me to show my daughters that it can be possible, because we're naturally big bone girls. That's just in our DNA. But I want to show you that even if that is your natural genetic makeup, doesn't mean that you have to succumb to being a part of the hypertension crew and have diabetes. Yes, as a black woman, the risks are greater. But I wanted to be an example to my girls that you can do it, and I want to show them how. And through this process, that has been one of the biggest accomplishments, besides just physically changing and feeling better, is to be that example to my girls and to hear them be wild and give me appreciation and acknowledgement to it. It's just been an awesome journey, as well as my husband, like inspiring him to want to get on the health journey. It's just been awesome. And so I implore you, I encourage you, if you're thinking about it, you've been teeter-tottering with the thought of getting on the journey, start now. Yep, it is summer, and yes, it's the time that everybody typically prepares for, but we getting ready all year long. We want an all year long body, not just a summer body. We want an all year body, but also we just want to be healthy. It's bigger than just the physical aspect. It's also about being healthy and happy, that too. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and come on back for the next time around.